Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This week I'm driving the GAC MQ. First things, number one, it is from China. It does have some Portuguese heritage somehow. I need to do a bit more research on the car for that. But the car itself, I mean, it's pretty big actually. So it fits into the crossover SUV segment, not compact SUV, but it's not big enough to be full-fledged SUV like a Ford Everest or Toyota Fortuner or whatever the case is. So it's in that middle ground. So right now in South Africa, we have a market flooded with cars like this and smaller than this. Of course, everyone wants an SUV. The Chinese are producing a lot of SUVs, and there are a lot of different Chinese brands that are currently coming into the market, the GAC being one of them. So this is the MQ. The MQ, there are only two different variations. There's the Executive and Executive Plus. Pricing for the MQ starts at 600,000 Rand. The Plus is 660,000 Rand. This is powered by a 1.5 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Personally speaking, I would say I could probably do with a little bit of a bigger engine, but all of them have very much the same setup. They all have 1.5 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engines, and they all have 7-speed DCTs. Some of them have CVTs. So if you know me, I absolutely hate CVT gearboxes. This isn't one of those. This is actually a wet dual clutch transmission, so a little bit better. It's a very good car otherwise. I mean, it drives very well. It's very comfortable. The interior build quality is phenomenal, especially considering that it's coming from a Eastern market into a South African market, and considering a lot of the cars that we currently have from China, this is really ranking itself right up there. So well done to GAC immediately straight off the bat. Design aspects of the car, look, it's extremely different. It's very angular. The front is completely different, and I like that. I love the fact about the car that you can distinctively see it from a mile away. Driving the car, drives incredibly well, very smooth. Braking, great. So another thing is, although this car has a 1.5 litre turbocharged engine, 4-cylinder, it produces 130 kilowatts and 217 newtons. Now, I find the common denominator with cars like this with a slightly smaller engine but a bigger body is that the fuel consumption isn't always fantastic. They claim 6.4 litres per 100. I haven't gotten 6.4 litres per 100. I think our lowest I got was about 7.8, which isn't completely far off the ballpark considering how big the car actually is. So it's really not that bad. If you do drive a bit more spiritedly, put your right foot down a bit more, you can get the whole way up to about 10.4. So just to show you the rear seats, look, I mean, as I said, there's pretty much leather everywhere. This car does have a 5-star European in-cab safety rating, so it is a very safe car. Interesting design quirk is the door handle. This is the actual door handle. So yeah, it is something slightly different, something to get used to. I don't know why they've opted for this instead of just your conventional handle. Initially, it's kind of confusing trying to find where the handle is, but this does work relatively well. Look, it feels solid, doesn't feel like it's gonna break off. And then this is the, well, one of the tweeters, I suppose, from the TTS sound system. As I said, very trebly, could use a little bit more bass, but still not bad. I don't think the car comes with a built-in sub. And then as we move over to the interior, the steering wheel itself, so it does have electronic power steering. Of course, if you're a driver, you always prefer hydraulic. However, you can set it to sport, so it does adjust the stiffness somewhat to mimic a hydraulic steering feel. Display in the front, you do have a heads-up display right over there, and then your central display. Now, don't be confused, this whole thing is not a screen. On the side, you do have two touch-sensitive kind of panels, which you can control the volume as well as the AC on the left. So then in terms of the front seats, same thing. It's pretty much like a synthetic leatherette. And then you have red contrast stitching. Now, obviously they're going for a bit of a sportier look, and then you do have their logo embossed in the headrest, which is a very nice touch. So one last thing, this car has a interesting feature. It's called a light show. So if you notice the front of the car, it has quite a distinctive design, and they've put this feature in. I don't know why or where you would use it, but it's just something different. So all you do is you turn the car on, you make sure it's in park, you turn off your headlight, and then you have 3 different light show options to choose from. All you do now is you go to my vehicle, you go to ambient lighting, you go to light show, and then over here you can choose 3. So let's go for something different. Let's go for strobosonic illusion, and then it does also opt for you to obviously have the windows open, turn up the volume. So I'm just gonna have the windows open, and we'll go okay, and it does a countdown. So let's go look. Good thing you can't do this while driving, because I'm very sure you would be pulled over and arrested for imitating a police officer, or, you know, obviously imitating a police vehicle. So to do it while stopped, pretty cool, something different. cool party trick, something to show your friends.